Welcome to Kids and Family Yoga. This is about a half an hour class that you can do in your own living room. Take off your shoes, join us in mountain pose. One big roll of the shoulders up and back and down, chest is open, you're standing tall. Here we go. Let's step wider and we're gonna go right into what we call moonflowers. So let's take the elbows down and we're gonna sink down and then reach out to the ceiling. So make sure your feet are nice and wide so you can sink down with wide legs and then reach up. We like to think about our breathing during yoga class and breathe through our noses. I want you to inhale up and draw the air in your nose and then exhale, let the air out your nose. In, up, out, down. So we want to move really slow with the breath, like we're waking up, getting out of bed, and giving this big stretch. But we're going to warm up the legs too when we do this deep, wide squat. We're trying to warm up the whole body, get it prepared so we can do some other poses. One more. And we're going to sink down and stay in what we call sun pose. So we're sinking low in our legs, shoulders are down, elbows are down, but palms are up. And we're smiling. I'm smiling. We're going to go ahead and hold our elbows and keep our legs wide, and we're going to hang forward and forward fold, and then kind of just sway side to side. So come with us, just hang forward, a little bit of a sway side to side, let your head hang down. All right, roll on up, and we're going to step together. And we're gonna mirror you. This is your right leg, and you're gonna take a big step out and bend that right leg and then push off back into place. You're gonna take the arm out, come with us. And now I want you to reach up as you step in. Biggest step you can out to the side and bend just your right knee. And then I want you to lean a little bit with it. Lean and reach. So this is a nice big reaching motion that's going to stretch us out while we continue to warm up. So we come up, and this is a side bend that we're doing as we come up. If we reach a little bit further over and we feel a stretch here. One more. All right, so I'm going to move over to this side so I have lots of room to step out with. This will be your left leg that you're stepping out with. So start the same way, big step. Big step and bend that knee and then reach the arm out. So we're gonna end up doing the same thing. Make it bigger and then reach up. Kind of find your own rhythm so you're moving and flowing nice and smooth with this big reaching movement. Looking good. One more. All right, we're gonna again take those wide legs. And we did moonflowers, so let's start with that because we know what it is. Down and up. We make it sunflowers by now leaning forward. And then we come up in the same way. First squat, then lean forward with a flat back, and then come up. So we're not rounding our backs. We're keeping them strong, so maybe you're still looking upward even towards the screen. Oliver, look up as you go to bend the knees. There you go. That's going to keep your back flatter, your shoulders up. But you're still sinking down into your legs, so we're warming them up and still getting a big old reach to the ceiling. One more. All these things help to bring our heart rate up and makes our whole body warm. So we're going to continue to sun salutations, which you should know by now if you've been doing class with us. So we're going right into it. A big reach upward and then forward fold, hanging. And then we come up halfway. That's our monkey, nice flat back. Good. Forward fold. We're going to place the hands flat and go back to plank. So we're on our hands and toes. Nice strong straight body. As we crocodile down. And then lift the upper body into up dog or cobra. Good. Curl the toes under and then hips up, down dog. Step or hop your feet towards your hands. Come up with a flat back, big reach, and in chair. We're going to do a chair flow right here between down and up. Keep your palms together. Sit back in your chair, imaginary chair, of course. Like you're sitting in it, and then reach up tall again. Working on a very active warm-up today. It's wintertime, so we gotta get warm. That's how we do it. One more. Okay, now we go into sun salutations again. Sweep up, swan dive down. Monkey. Fold. Plank. Say it with me if you know it. That'll help you to learn it and you can practice on your own. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop through. Sweep up. And chair. Continue chair. About 5 times. All right, say it with me this time. Sweep up, swan dive down. Monkey. Fold. Plank. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop. Reverse swan dive. And chair. Just hold chair this time. I want you to sit down nice and low. I want you to wiggle your toes because all of you're standing on your heels, not your toes, okay? All of your body weight's in your heels. Keeping your head up, looking forward. Ah, very nice. All right, mountain pose. Let's do swaying palm tree. So just stand with your feet under your hips, interlace your fingers, push your palms up to the ceiling. You just grew tall, nice skinny palm tree. And gentle wind. We're just swaying slightly side to side. It's a good stretch for our wrists. And then for the sides of our body as we lean, feel a good stretch. So notice with each pose and each thing that we do that we're stretching different parts of our bodies. Just notice all the different ways we can move our bodies. All right. Ah, step a little wider. Elephant swings.
Yes.
Yes, love this one. Helps to loosen up the shoulders, so let them really turn.
I've done this a lot.
Let your arms be like limp, like they're just hanging. I think we're warm. We're gonna go into more standing poses. And we're going to do a sequence, kind of like sun salutations, where we move from one to the next to the next. So be listening because it's not exactly that, but I will lead you through. Stand sideways to start because it starts the same way as the sun salutations. So sweep up and down. Let's go ahead and do the monkey and fold. Now we're going to go back to down dog. Okay, so here's where it gets different. So we're in down dog now. Ready for some standing poses. So how do we get to a stand? I want you to lift your left leg in the air. So when you step just your left foot through and you come to a stand and then open up towards the screen, if you are facing the same way as us, hopefully you're mirroring us and you're right here in Warrior Two. Okay, so just your left knee is bent. And your arms are out. There's our Warrior Two. You're facing your screen. You're facing us. So we're going to do some movement with our warrior. We're going to place palms up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to reach and straighten the leg. And then bend and sink down as we reach out. Up and down. So I want you to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Breathing through the nose. One more time. Okay, so from warrior two, next thing is side angle. We're gonna take your left elbow down to that left thigh and then reach the right arm over and look at the straight long line that I have all the way from this arm through my body to that leg. And you're just reaching really long and keeping that position, that extended side angle. We're gonna make this triangle. All you have to do is straighten this leg and let this other arm kind of rest on your shin here. Keep reaching out to the ceiling. It gets a little bit tiring, but this is the challenging part of our yoga class. So take it as a challenge and keep breathing through your nose and say, yes, I can do this. It's getting hard, but we can do it. All right, we're gonna go back into warrior two just for a moment, and then we're gonna face the side, go ahead and step forward. And we do it again, but we gotta do the other side, and I wanna face you, so I'm gonna have us turn and face this way. You with us? Here we go. Sweep up and down. Monkey, same as before. We're gonna go down and we're gonna go to down dog. So hips up in the air. This time, find your right leg and lift your right leg in the air. You found it? Good. Step that foot through. And stand. All right, adjusting your legs so you're facing us now and just your right knee is bent. You're with us, warrior two. Good. Do you find that nice bent knee there? The other leg straight. Good. So here's our movement. Reach up and down. And when we come down, we just reach the arms out to our side walls and bend that knee. Sinking into our warrior two. Warrior is a strong character, so yes, this takes some strength. Strong bodies. And you're breathing with us, right? Inhale up, exhale, reaching out. Well, one more. You remember what's next? Side angle. Here we go. Reach on over. So imagine this long straight line from your fingertips all the way down your leg to your toes down there. And feel that reach, stretching these muscles here in the side of your body. Very nice. Try not to come out of the pose. Try to stay strong with us as we move into triangle now, just by straightening the leg and reaching both arms all the way from the ceiling to the floor. And you don't have to touch the floor, but you're reaching towards it. And maybe your hand's resting on your shin. Somewhere there. Keep breathing through your nose. Don't hold your breath. Good job. Back to warrior two just for a moment. All right. Facing forward like we started. Holding the elbows and hang forward and sway. So just a little bit of a break. Just hang, just sway, let your head hang to the floor. Or your hair hang to the floor if you have long hair. All right, we're gonna come up and bring those legs in a little bit. We're gonna go into garland. Palms together. And this works for some of us. Maybe not all adults will be able to get into this position, but don't worry about it if it's not quite perfect. If you want to play with it and try, we come all the way down into this position with our knees wide and our elbows kind of pushing them out even wider. So I want you to come up taller through your upper body. I don't want you to like hang forward. I want you to come up so that your head's held high and your elbows are pushing out on your knees. It looks easy, but it's not always an easy pose to do. Doing great. Can you stand up from this position? Right up and reach. Wow, awesome. Go ahead and take the arms out and around. We've done so much in so little time. We're gonna go down to the floor and face side, come down to hands and knees. Do some things down here. All right, so hands and knees. We're going to do our opposite arm and leg. I call this bird dog. Take your right leg. Right leg, okay. Make sure it's your right leg. And your left arm now is going to reach forward. So you're thinking about your body being parallel to the floor. That means you're on the same line as it, just right above. Reaching long. Put it down. Now we want to switch sides, making sure this is not your left leg and your right arm. Stretch long, stay strong. You're doing awesome. Come down, ready for some striking cobra. We're going back towards child's pose, so leaving the arms stretched forward so that when we shift our shoulders over the wrists and we come into that plank on our knees, and then we're going to come into cobra, but we're going to kind of flow through it a little bit. Back to child's pose. We're going to sink down low this time and then lift into cobra. That's what we want it to be like. So back, and then keep your head really low, like you're creeping along the floor, and then lift your head up and extend the arms. So keep trying it a few more times. Low, 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 like you're creeping, and then lift the head when you strike. Now this is making you use your arm strength to keep yourself low and then really push yourself off of the floor to lift the head. One more. Oh, I love that one. Back to child's pose. Sitting back, you can relax into it this time and maybe even have your arms around side your legs and your forehead to the mat. Should be a fairly comfortable position. If not, maybe you want to widen your legs even more, and that sometimes makes it more comfortable. All right, we're going to come up sitting on our heels. Hero, right here. Hold your hands behind your back, puff your chest out, strong forward, looking forward. Take a breath. There's your hero. We're going to go forward like child's pose and put our forehead on the mat, and we're going to lift our hands towards the ceiling. So keep those hands held together, but lift them up, and this is giving you a great stretch through your shoulders. Lower the hands, release them, and come up all the way. High knees, we're going to camel. So start with your fists in your lower back, elbows pulled back, and again, chest is forward just like hero. And then we lean just a little bit, and there's our camel. For you gymnasts or really flexible people, maybe you're back a little further with your hands on your heels, but don't force that if it doesn't feel good. Stay with your fists in your lower back. Really pull your shoulders back behind you. Good. Anytime we do a back bend, we want to release and let the back stretch, so go to child's pose, nice and gentle. All right, we're going to play a little bit of a game, simple yoga game, using a lot of the poses that we've done and practiced a lot. Here's what it's called. It's called belly, back, or neither. Okay, so I'm going to call that a pose. Actually, Oliver can call that the pose. You at home are going to imagine this pose in your mind and actually start getting into that pose and think about what it is if you know it. And is it a pose where you're on your belly, or your belly is down to the floor or close to it? Or is it a pose where you're on your back, or you have to be on your back in order to get in the pose? So belly or back, or is it just neither? There's a lot of in-between poses that aren't down on the floor like that. So, belly, back, or neither. Here we go. Say it loud.
Crocodile.
Crocodile. At home? Think about it. We've done it today. Go ahead and get in position for crocodile. And tell me belly, back, or neither. Oliver is showing you he knows it. So crocodile is when we lower down. So what's down? Belly. So you should be saying belly as your answer for this one, for crocodile. Okay? Come back to a maybe seated position. And let's try the next. Say it.
Bridge.
Bridge. So don't show him yet, Oliver. We don't want to give him the answers. Think about bridge and go ahead and get into bridge at home. And Oliver gave you a hint. He started going on to his back. So go ahead and join us in bridge. This is one that our back is down, or we have to put our back down in order to get into bridge anyway. So this is one where our back is down. Hold bridge here with us for a moment. What muscles do you feel working to keep yourself in this position? Your backside, right? Your lower back, and we call these our glutes, these big strong muscles, and our hamstrings. So the back of our body is helping us push off of the floor. All right, come on, bridge with us. And next pose, say it, but don't do it yet, Oliver.
Owl.
Okay, owl. We didn't do this today. See if you can get yourself into owl and then think, is it belly back or neither? All right, I'll give you a hint. We're almost in owl if you're in easy pose. All you have to do is twist. So what is it, Oliver? Yeah, it's neither belly or back. We're in a seated position. But go ahead and hold your owl pose and really look over your back shoulder. Remember, you want to stay really tall. We're not slouching in this pose. We're up tall through our spine. And I want you to go ahead and do the other side of your owl pose. This is good for our spine, for our backbone, to gently twist it and keep it nice and flexible. All right, next one. What is it? Knot. Knot spelled K-N-O-T, like something that's tied. So there's your hint. Get into knot if you can remember how. And then think to yourself, or say it, belly back or neither. All right, we're joining you in knot, and we're going right onto our belly. And all you have to do is cross your arms. Easier said than done, maybe. Requires a bit of shoulder flexibility. Now, you're knotted one way. Go ahead and see if you can knot the other way. Does it feel different? Maybe a little bit. There's our knot. Okay, come on up. Oh, push yourself up. And next one, just a review of some poses. What is it?
Superman.
Superman! So imagine Superman flying through the air, belly back or neither, and then get yourself in that position. Let's go. We're joining you. Superman flies. He's flying belly down, isn't he? Arms overhead. He's lifted arms and legs off the floor. I want you to lift and try to hold this, but don't hold your breath. I want you to breathe and reach really long, really, really strong. We're using our back muscles again. And go ahead and land and come up to a seated position. So that was definitely a belly pose. Okay. Flower. Go ahead and think about it. If you know the pose, get into it. And if not, you'll find out in a moment. Flower. Okay, belly back or neither. Take a look and come into this pose. It's kind of like boat, but we're going to wrap the arms underneath our legs and lean back. So, belly back or neither. That's neither. It's a seated pose again. I want you to hold your flower pose. Try to lean back without falling back. Just enough that you're really kind of working hard to stay in this position. Very nice. Shows a lot of abdominal, like belly strength, which is a good thing. All right, back to easy pose. We'll do a few more.
Bow.
Bow, like a bow and arrow. So a bow is arched, but which way are we arched? Is it belly back or neither? It's belly. So move on to your belly. If you aren't already in bow, join us on your belly. Go ahead and try to grab the tops of your feet, and then if you push gently your feet back behind you, it's gonna lift your upper body, and you're in that bow position. And if you can, hold it for a few seconds. It's tough. Okay, release. Come on back up. Okay. Where are we going next? I'll do a couple more. What's that one?
Windshield wipers.
Windshield wipers. They go like this, right? But in yoga, our body is going to do that in a different way. Do you know it? Where are we moving? Belly back or a different position? Neither. Which one? Belly back or neither?
Back.
So everybody move on your back. Stretch your arms out to a T and bend your legs. And they can either keep your feet on the floor and then do your windshield wipers, or you can lift your feet up and do your windshield wipers this way. Either way is fine, but your legs are your windshield wipers. Keep going gently side to side. So this is also twisting your spine, but your very lower spine. So you're getting a stretch through your lower back. All right. I'm just going to call out a couple more. Knees to chest, which we're definitely on our back. So we're just staying on our back, knees to chest. Hug your knees. And you can also rock side to side in this position. We haven't even had any dogs interrupt us yet. So we're gonna try wheel. Last class we tried wheel. Our dog started freaking out and I had to stop the video. So we're almost in wheel. It's like bridge, and if you don't like wheel, just do bridge. But if you can do it, Oliver, show them. You're gonna put your hands back, and then you're gonna arch up off the floor. Be gentle. Again, if you can't do it, that's okay. I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna do bridge. So wheel or bridge. If you can hold it for a few more seconds, great. The more you try wheel, the more flexible you might be able to become, but you always want to stretch first. All right, back to knees to chest. And I want you to then rock the other way, forward and back, get some momentum, and you can rock your way to a seated position. And here's our flexibility test, okay? You can't fail it, I promise. It's just kind of a way for you to see how flexible you are. This is one of the most challenging things for people to do, is to actually lean forward and like forward fold, but we're seated in forward fold. And see how much you can sink your chest down towards your knees. It's not really about reaching forward. Your arms don't really matter. Maybe you can kind of hold on to your legs or feet to help you gently pull yourself further down. And if you gain flexibility, you might eventually be able to put your nose down towards your legs. And this shows that our legs are, the backs of our legs, these big strong hamstring muscles are flexible, and our backs are flexible. So that's something that we want to do and we work towards in yoga, is becoming more flexible and be able to move in different ways. Oliver's a lot more flexible than he used to be, I can tell. He didn't used to be able to lean that far forward. So it's a good test for you if you're working on becoming more flexible to see how far forward you can fold. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us. We're all done.